Warhammer Chaosbane. This is the beta for the game. This is an action RPG. It's a cooperative focused experience where you're able to play with friends or other people online in online co-op if you'd like to, or you can kind of play by yourself. 4 players, local multiplayer 4 players, or online multiplayer 4 players. It's got a variable refresh rate, so that's pretty cool. I don't see that it's enhanced, but you know, we are in a beta. So you get a couple different characters, a couple different heroes you can kind of create, and I hope we're not going to have a problem when I go back to create one. So yeah, a couple different options. During the beta, you're sort of limited on characters because I want it to be the Wood Elf Scout, but I landed on a soldier. Not really customization as to say, but you kind of level and you get different armor types and stuff like that. So we're going to, I'm just going to play. So working through the first chapter, if you know kind of what I do when it comes to betas, I try to limit my gameplay time with them because I don't like to spoil the experience. And generally, you don't get a lot out of betas, but this is a really good showcase of kind of what to expect from the game. I'd like to start by sort of mentioning that I do actually quite enjoy the visuals of this game. There's a lot of little detail in this type of setup, very intricate worlds, and we're kind of getting a destroyed thing. So anyways, the Emperor got attacked, and we kind of later like, oh no, because we went up to try to save the Emperor. They're like, this guy's the bad guy, and we're like, nah. And then this other guy came and he's like, stop this nonsense. And now we're tasked with kind of figuring out what's happening. So in the beta, you play the first act of the game, the co-op and everything like that, to test it out. For the most part, it's actually running fairly well. It seems to be pretty smooth. The load times aren't bad. Series of missions I've done thus far with it just to get a good feeling for things and level up a bit. It's not, it's not terribly complex, but I don't know. Again, this is just like the starting area, right? It's kind of hard to judge what the whole experience is. But it's a hack and slash. It's kind of cool. I like the co-op element. They fit a ton of just absolutely disgusting creatures across the screen, which is fantastic. You get to munch through like just a pile of things. Like, this is light. There's usually all these like small little creatures, and they just like pile on, and you get to just smash through them. Last time I had like a huge sort of pile of little monster things just chasing me. It was fantastic. Yeah, kind of fun. So you got missions that you're doing, tasks. One issue, really the only issue I've noticed thus far, is there seems to be a bit of overlap on audio during cutscenes, where the next line starts before the previous line is finished. But I mean, that's a really easy thing to fix, so I'm not at all worried about it. It's actually been playing really smoothly. I haven't noticed any performance issues. It seems to be really clean, very fluid, smooth, running fine. I'm actually fairly impressed in terms of just how it's running so far. Expected with the beta, maybe it might not be really in great condition, but yeah, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. I mean, if you like this type of thing in the Warhammer universe, you're probably gonna appreciate this one. You just kind of move through these large-scale worlds, and you're doing the various objectives. Last time we had to find a survivor. One time we were like kind of clearing out the area, just variations within it, right? So you can see at the bottom, I've got a couple different skills that I can unleash. See my health and mana kind of at the bottom left. I think I can call it mana. It's like magic or, whatever it is in this. The equivalent in RPG land. Like my main slash, you can see that being used in the bottom left. And then my like kind of strike there, and then we got like a dash hit. And then we got this sort of mystical circle. Then we got like another little double slash thing, so, and health potions if we want to use those. We can press pause, and we can go to like an online game and kind of change the settings, friends only. And you can adjust it from there. You can go offline. And you can find a game too. Cool, and there's the back button. You kind of see like you got your inventory. You got like different items. Wow, where did I get all these items from? That's way better than what I had. Kind of get an idea of things, like blessed things. stuff like that. Oh, I got a couple different armor type things. Nice, nice, nice. Great, I just want to check my boots. And yeah, you're generally just kind of like typical RPG, collecting items, making your character stronger, because you don't want to die. Then you got skills. You can work up like a skill tree. There's got like, you know, like advanced skills and passive skills and stuff like that. A lot of skill tree things going on here. And then you got your status, your level, critical attacks, and just kind of like a detailed thing on what your character is. Your status, your bonus effects, and you got a journal with all the different things going on. And then some stuff's a little bit blanked out because, you know, it's a beta. They kind of like they trickle content in so that you can get the idea of it and what to expect. Yeah, but definitely sort of action RPG experience. So if you're familiar with those types of games, you're gonna know that. Kind of, I guess it's fair to say, kind of an isometric style of viewing angle, which I actually quite like in games because I think you get really detailed with kind of like this fixed camera angle thing that they're setting up. So I think that's kind of cool. Main hub area you kind of get to explore if you want to. I'm sure that'll open up a little bit more as we deal with things. I have noticed one spot your character kind of just stands when you hit, so you actually have to actively kind of move your character around. You're not just gonna lock on and smash the melee and have your guy go all Rambo and like fall into people. You just kind of stand in the spot, so you gotta actively get your character moving. Let's save this guy. I don't think it's too overwhelming for an individual, but you know, we are earlier on. You're noticing I'm actually losing health here. Usually I'm just some unstoppable tank. So, definitely a little bit more threatening in terms of kind of enemies in this sewer setup. The maps definitely seem varied though. You get some good, even though I've just kind of been working through sewer areas, there definitely seems to be some little different sewer type things. So, lore-wise, this is set in the fantasy Warhammer. And it's, well, the fantasy Warhammer world, which I'm sure some people are more technically detailed and knowledgeable than I am in this area, so, you know, don't hate me too much. Try my best here, guys. And you get to experience iconic locations such as Nuln and Prague, so I guess that's cool. I don't know if these guys aren't doing anything. I'm just gonna walk this way. Is it blocked off? Yeah, okay, it's nothing to go there. The characters, unique gameplay, skills, equipment, typical of the sort of thing. There's over like 70 monsters to kind of mash through, and they're aligned with chaos gods, and there's epic boss battles, which I hope we don't have to deal with because I am not prepared for that today. That's for sure. And I guess there's like 180 different skills, and you activate bloodlust. And, you know, you got to do all kinds of crazy things and cut up people. It's very gory, as you can see, like the blood coming out of the characters. I'm sure you've been seeing that. Just kind of like mash through them. It's like a sort of nice casual time. I know I'm not getting too fancy with the skills, but it's been pretty kind of calm thus far. So this one's actually a little bit more of an intense combative situation. A little bit more of a level up on that. And it is optimized for co-op, so it's probably best to play it that way. Even though I'm sitting here all by myself. That's fine. So, aside from the story mode, there's dungeons, and there's like a boss rush mode. And I guess they've got regular updates planned to sort of expand the content. It seems like they're going pretty big in scale with this one. I know we do see a lot of Warhammer games. I don't know if it's just me, they kind of have like a similar style, like this action RPG, but you know, it works for. I think I played a recent one where it's like in space or something. Can't even remember. It's like Inquisitor. It's kind of similar, but fantasy setting's a little bit more. I don't know. It fits this style, I think, right? The whole dungeon crawling thing with the swords, and you got the magic going on. Kind of cool. But beta is just like a nice little taste of it. But I don't know if about you from viewing, but I'm kind of impressed thus far. I think it's coming across pretty good. I mean, I'm definitely not noticing any real problems, so that's always definitely a good sign during betas. Sometimes these days, like the beta stuff, oh, that thing's disgusting, I love it. Yeah, betas these days, a lot of the time, they just like don't run well, or they don't run at all, and it's kind of like, so. Yeah, it's nice to see. Oh, I think I'm kind of blocked here. This isn't good. Die, you big, ugly creature thing. Yeah. By the power of the shield. Yeah, suck on that, big monster, ugly creature thing. Well, like just slowly deteriorating. I know it's what I do. I'm a hero, I think. Damn it. Cutting these guys up, but yeah, so as you can see, some varied environments. I mean, we're going through sewers, so you're not really gonna see like crazily varied environments in the sewers, but you can see the set pieces are kind of distinct, and they got some stuff going on to them. Definitely quite a lot of characters on the battle map at a time, which is something I mentioned, but it's a little bit more impressive when you got like, I don't know, just dozens of the little characters. Like these are like the bigger guys. You're not seeing as many of them on the map at a certain time, but I guess we're on a countdown timer too. I should have been moving through this instead of playing around. Most people won't be able to do this. I'm just kind of ridiculous at games in terms of like walking by everything. It's just how I do my do, you know. How I Mountain Dew. But yeah, you go around, collect chests, cut things. I wish you had a bit of more of a movement with your slash. You're not like just standing in one spot doing the whole hack thing. Then it get me killed at some point because I'm used to the, you know, sort of a fluid motion with that, right? I don't know if everyone's like that. Oh, that thing's disgusting. I need to save this person. I'm on the clock here. You got a mission to do. Oh, that's, yeah, now you're seeing a little bit more characters on the map, right? They're really bunching up. There's a lot going on. And they're just stacking across. It seems pretty cleaned up. Who did I miss somebody? That's not good. No time for me to go back through all these enemies and find the guy I was missing. I probably didn't. Oh, he's right over here. I got this. I'll be the savior that this Warhammer universe needs. Oh, look at that big ugly thing. Yeah, I saved your life. Whatever. Don't thank me. Thank the whatever person that got this whole thing rolling. Is the guy gonna die down here? I feel like I shouldn't leave him, but at the same time, I don't really care about him. The power of the shield compels you. And there's like certain levels of customization too, with like choosing the skills and all that, and going through it. I mean, you kind of know what to expect if you're familiar with these types of games. You just, you know, it does its own little thing. I think it's a different take on the Warhammer universe. It's not something I'm personally familiar with in terms of, you know, in this universe. Like I know I'm more familiar with the 40K, but I do have certain knowledge of the sort of fantasy, because I think they call it 30K. I'm not sure if this fits into that particularly. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know the whole Warhammer lore, because there is way too much of it. Seriously, it is ridiculous. But yeah, you get to play some pretty cool graphic, gory games due to like the lore and all that. So definitely appreciate it.
I got to the cultists before they could start their rites.
Well done, Captain.
Yeah, well done. And I'm not talking about audio kind of wrap over on these. There's actually like pop-up cinematics and some pretty nice looking art that come up occasionally. So there's 10 difficulty levels, so I guess that adds some extra gameplay value too. I guess I should mention that, and you find the right test for how good you guys are. There's like Nurgles minions and corn spawns and waves of vile creatures, so that's pretty cool, I think. Again, not too familiar with some of the naming on things, but I'm trying my best. Now we can unlock Bloodlust. Yeah, this is like the Emperor guy thing that we're trying to help out. What's up, guys? Just cut up the king, or the Emperor. Do what the weird creature thingies couldn't that popped up. I guess I'm not really spoiling anything, because you don't know what happens, but yeah. Kind of some lovely art here. I really dig that one on the left. One on the right's pretty cool, too. Pretty cool looking fire and stuff. Nice lighting. I mean, I like the look of it. And it seems to have like just been running really well thus far, which is, I don't know, a pleasant treat.
Since the attack,
Yeah, we'll skip through that. And then we gotta go to a chaos camp. Oh no. Wonder what's gonna happen. Probably death, mayhem, and infinite sorrow as we battle away against various creatures of the darkness. Well, I guess they call it the chaos or something like that. I don't know if they're just chaos knights or chaos people. But they cause problems for people. And we gotta put them down, because that's what we do. We hack, we slash, and we dice the souls of enemies. Because we're cool like that. It's a little bit more of a different setting. Oh, I thought my thing was ready. Nice, alright. So, a little bit different enemy types, a little bit different environment, a little bit more foggy than I was hoping for out here. But notice, still running smooth, still looking good. I mean, that's kind of what I look forward to in a beta type thing, is that it's like running well. I don't know if I'm the only one that has that kind of thought on it, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of enticing. It's definitely for a particular market audience, I think. You know, if you're like the whole action RPG thing, I think you're gonna look forward to this one, perhaps for the full version. Definitely get something out of it. Ow. Don't want to die. Trying to get the bloodlust thing unlocked here. So munching these guys down. We gotta cut all these guys up. I like how the map reveals itself. I think that's kind of cool, and it's like a really minimal type of HUD that works well for what this is. Oh wow, that is a lot of creatures. I love these games that are able to just pack so much onto the map at once. Like, look at that, it's crazy. There's not really any like issues or problems showing up. It's running well. You know, like getting blocked here, I'm not liking that. I can definitely see why this is meant for a cooperative experience, because that is a lot of guys. Whew. There's a lot of enemies here. Oh, we gotta go down there? That's not good. Guess I need some better armor eventually. Yeah, it's the I've fallen and I can't get up. You're dead. That's insightful. You'll have to start it from the beginning? Oh no. Pay to revive. Sure, whatever. It's beta, right? Hi guys. Hey everyone. How you doing? Kind of like Gauntlet. Sort of reminds me of Gauntlet to a degree. That makes sense if you're familiar with Gauntlet. I wonder what Gauntlet is. Oh, it's these little things. Yeah, I like these little stuff. You just kind of like munch through them. It's great. Oh, my bloodlust would have kept. But yeah, maybe play this with friends. I think that would add to it quite a bit. Yeah, it's the shield dive. That's what I'm kind of looking for to move through these levels faster. There we go. Wow, there are so many of these creatures. I love it. It's disgusting. It's fantastic. I mean, that's what you want, though. You want like a gritty, full of like ugly, detailed critters coming at you. This is the technology we've been aiming for games. Crazy, expansive hills. Oh, look at all these monster things. I love it. Generally, overall, though, positive impressions, I'd say. I enjoyed it. I've had fun playing it. I think it's going to be a fun little ARPG to kind of work with others on. You know, the co-op's going to be pretty cool. You play the campaign with others. I think that'll be neat. Especially for people that, I don't know, like this kind of game. Usually you're playing with your friends, right? I think when you play these. At least that's kind of my memory of playing games that are similar to this. Except when I'm reviewing them and I have to do it by myself. That's kind of what you have to deal with, though, in the industry, guys. It's rough, you know. It's not easy. Now let's try to get out of here. No, oh, this is not good. I don't like this in the slightest. There are enemies everywhere. I don't think we're gonna make it. Seriously though, I can't even like instantly blocked here. Go, go, go! Can't heal either. It's not good. We're gonna die. Or not. I don't know, maybe we'll survive. This supposed to go out this way? Ah, there we go. That's our objective. We're just gonna finish this off before we call it a day. Oh, wow. Smell flesh. I hope not. Defeat the Ungor leader. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. To be honest, I'm a little overwhelmed here. I don't know if you guys can see the situation, but that's Chaosbane.